Welcome to Daisha Breedlove Presents. Now, for those of you that are new to the show, every week I like to touch base on beneficial topics with inspirational guests who can help make your life a better one. So today I have two guests joining me. On October 21st in Austin, Texas, Dequint Hill and Kurtiss Colvin will be going face-to-face in a boxing match. So let's meet them. Nice to meet you both, Kurtiss.
How you doing? How you doing?
Dequint.
How you doing?
Yes, I'm looking forward to the fight also because I heard a lot about both of y'all and the way it all happened. So let's get right into it. Okay, so before we get into why each of you think that you will be the winner, let's get into your history of boxing. So Dequint, let's start with you first. So Dequint, you are originally from Austin, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was born in Killeen, though.
Where is that?
Shit, nobody knows.
It's still in Texas?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So did you grow up boxing or do you have a history of fighting professionally?
I had to fight. Nah, I've been fighting since I was a little kid. Like, I grew up in the projects, so, like, we always fighting.
Got it.
I got siblings, I got step siblings, and ugly people from the neighborhood, light-skinned people from the neighborhood, just, hanging around, getting punched on, and, developing skills from recreation in the hood. So, like, I always been fighting.
So it was something that was always natural to you?
Easy.
Got it. Okay. So tell us, how did this match come about? Because I did hear that it started from a friendly match, but then it became serious. So can you tell us your side of what happened that day?
To make it brief, this guy here in front of me, I've been knowing for a minute, but we go sparring. I wouldn't say going back and forth, but he be doing what he got to do, handling his business when he was active. As he got unactive as a professional boxer or whatever, I continue, learning and perfecting my craft. And we always just call each other up to see, like, how we looking and what's looking like. And on this particular day, I get the better of this guy. He said I'll hit him after the bell, but I think it's because I was really on his ass. And I said some things that he considered line crossing. I called him a hoe. I think I did. It might have been a word. Or a barber. I don't know which one that made him mad. It was the barber or the hoe. But I called him,
okay.
I don't know if it was the barber or the hoe, but I called him something and he didn't like what I said. So it escalated to throwing punches without the gloves. And
So it's something that got serious from there?
Yeah. So it wasn't that serious at first, but then it through, emotions and words and physical things that I would never do to somebody that I care about or consider.
So you're saying you was playing, it wasn't nothing that was serious?
I mean, it wasn't serious enough for me to take no gloves off and punch nobody in the face.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't worry, you'll have time. You'll have a chance to talk, Kurtiss. 1 second. Okay, so yeah, because I did hear that somebody triggered somebody by calling them out the name. So it was you that triggered him, and that's when the fight started.
In a nutshell, and I wouldn't even call it a fight. I'll call it a sneak attack.
Okay.
A blind side strike. An emotional, physical outlash that could have been avoided, but since it was done, I want to take it to the next level without taking it to the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like,
got it.
We all got kids. He got people that'll do whatever, and I got people that'll do whatever. So instead of just going to some stuff like that I feel like it shouldn't necessarily be to.
Right.
He got a professional background. I don't mind fighting. I'm a professional as well. We might as well handle this in a professional manner.
Right.
In a controlled environment.
Exactly. I think that's a great idea. Okay, so tell me, how did you meet Kurt?
Lucky.
Because I seem like y'all have this connection, like in obviously a history
There's a disconnect here.
Oh, okay.
But I know him. I ain't gonna act like he's a neighborhood hero. He does a lot of stuff within the community, whether it was negative or bad. He got his accolades, and people look up to him. I used to look up to him. But there's times where people gotta stand on stuff.
Right.
And
as a man.
And that's it. He did something in front of my kids, and my kids consider him my uncle. So like.
Right.
I just got it, and I can't let my son just think it's okay to get punched on and beefed on. So I got to show
that example.
Exactly.
Got Kurt. 1 second. It's almost your turn. 1 second. Okay. So, Dequint, What does the fight mean to you, as well as what would you say it means to the city by you two actually putting this on and putting it together?
First, for me, it's my respect and like honor. Like I come from like I ain't got no pops, so like I look up like the anime and Chinese shit and everything about honor. You know what I'm saying? And respect.
Right.
And like we can die any day.
Right.
And your legacy is all. It's all about your honor and your respect and who respect your name and what you done. And besides getting punched, like I get punched, like people get punched on every day. You know what I'm saying? So it's not about that.
Right.
It's about standing up to people, standing up for what you believe in, and just overall just defending yourself and showing people, you know what I'm saying, not to be. There's two ways you can handle something. You can go left or you can go right. Or you can meet in the middle.
And show other people around the world that there's a way to handle things without it, like you said, becoming gun violence.
A detrimental situation.
Like, exactly.
We got a lot of people that's dying of gun violence and just senseless violence. We got police killing and taking us all out, you know what I'm saying, in any way, form, or fashion. So I refuse to like add to that, but I'm still going.
But you're still a man about your respect. Okay.
Yeah. So for me, it's respect, and for the city, I feel like it'd be something showing people another way out instead of crashing out.
Right. Got it. Okay. I like that answer. So after the fight, would you be willing to shake hands with Kurt and be friends again?
Fuck 'em.
Oh, okay, so you wouldn't be willing to possibly rekindle the bond that you guys once had?
Fuck 'em.
Okay. All right. Got it. All right, so let's...
Fuck 'em.
Okay, well, let's talk to you, Kurt. You're from Austin as well?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now tell us, what is your boxing background? Because we know you have a pretty lengthy history of boxing.
I've been on the Olympic committee team. I've been on the USA team, top 3 in the country.
Wow.
My amateur record was 55-5. Been doing it for a long time, since 14, and I went pro probably about 21, 22 years old.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Okay, so you've been boxing pretty much your whole life.
Actually,
14 until
Got it.
32, 33. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So tell us your side of what happened that day and how this fight started.
Well, it all started, and this way before the sparring incident, because Mr. Hill asked to borrow some money. He keep on saying he didn't, but only me and him know it. And my phone broke, and I can't prove that because when it broke, he already know that.
objection.
It's okay. We'll go back to you in a
So
second.
long story short is, I came over his house. He had just bought a house. So when me and his little, we like brothers. Me and his little homie, he over there, we all click tight. So I said, man, what youngin' it? We call him youngin'. And he was like, they upstairs. So I was like, all right, cool. Tell him I'll be right back. I'm going to the store. I got some money for him. He was like, okay, what you owe him? I was like, nah, he just asked to borrow some money.
So you told the guy what
But we
exactly
brothers,
happened?
so I know how they sound. I still wouldn't. I go back to that time. I'm like, man, I probably wasn't supposed to say it, but I was, cause we all bros.
Yeah.
Like, you know, long story short is, I get a phone call from him saying, you go around telling everybody I'm begging for money. I'm like, what? Begging for money? What you talking about? I come over there to give you money. But this is what I will say, because at the end of the day, I would never put myself in a situation to have another man say that I asked him for money.
Right.
If it was going to be like that, why would I do that? It's us 3 in the house.
Right.
Why would I do that?
So you're saying it was like a close, you guys are close, so it's
I was there, but he already know.
Yeah.
So, long story, after that, it's been 5 years since I've been in the ring. So, he tell me, well, you need to come over here and, I need to get that off my chest. So I'm like, all right, I'm over there. I sped over there, and
you said it's been 5 years since you've been in the ring.
Yeah, so okay. I came over there. It was him, our homeboy baby mama, and his old lady. Now, when I get there, all of them got camera phones. They all got their phones out. And I'm like,
You didn't know what to expect.
So I talked to his partner. His partner was like, man, I heard Youngin been getting on you lately. Long story short, I was like, nah, you tripping. I mean, it's been a long time since, but I've always handled my business because he was always a lower weight class than me. So we get in there and we working, and then the bell rings. Mm-hmm. He tell me the bell didn't ring. Now he got his bell going, I got my bell going. Mm-hmm. I hear my bell go off, that means we gotta stop. So 5 seconds after that, he still punched me. So
after the bell went off?
Yeah, so I pushed him, and he was like, no, ooh, and he said what he said, and I said what I say, and then he looking somewhere where there's nothing but a trash can right there. I'm like, why is he? And he's talking there. Mm-hmm. Now I understand it's a camera right there. Mm-hmm. So he got a camera going. I'm like,
you didn't know there was a camera?
No, he just, because he had his back turned towards me. He was like, yeah, he's a hoe. I'm like, hey, bro, don't disrespect me.
So you felt disrespected?
Yeah, you ain't got to respect me, but you can't disrespect me.
In front of my face?
You got to, yeah. Okay. But he got his back turned to me. So at first he was like, you turned your back to me, disrespectful. Mm-hmm. But now I know what you're doing. So then he said again. Now I said, I took my glove off and I hit him. And he fell. Yeah, Oh, nigga, man. Fuck, man. Fuck me. You muscle. Can't fuck me. Come go cut some hair. Tell me motherfucking time without me. They can't fuck with me. Nigga ain't never fucked with me. And I'm cooking his ass. Nigga, talk you ass, nigga, dumbass. He a hoe. He acting a hoe. He emotional. Nigga. Sleep or whatever he had going on. I left. When I left, some neighbors took a picture of my car, license plate, whatever. Mm. Cause we outside when this happened. Cause
they thought it was serious, obviously.
It was serious. Yeah. Because it was all about a respect thing.
Right.
Now, should I hit him? No, but I'm gonna stand on what I stand on.
Right. As a man as well.
We lucky it just didn't go further than what it should have. Mm-hmm. So I go to the shop and some cops come in there and they tell me, hey, when you talk to you, they trying to press charges. So I called him like, he was like, no. They said he's not trying to press charges. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, okay, cool. But so what y'all here for? We just letting you know, neighbors, whoever was there trying to press charges. They can't press charges because he don't want to press charges because it happened to him.
Exactly.
So I'm like, bro, what you on? And he was like, man, I need my fade back. Mm. I come over there. Mm-hmm. Let's fight. So he come. So
you go back over a second time.
Yeah. So I come out. He come outside. He was like, "No, I'm way better than you now. You've been beating me up for years. Now I want to beat you up in front of the city." Mm. I'm like, "What? What you want?" He was like, "I want to fight you in front of the city. You a clown. First of all, I'm not fighting a man with 3 professional fights. I'm like, no. So I go home. Some days go by, it's stuff from little youngsters talking to me, and I'm like, man, this dude right here crazy. He gonna make me hurt him. So I'm like, I'm telling my people, I need to watch him. We need to see what's going on. Mm-hmm. My son comes home. My son's 12 years old. He said, Dad, some kids in the locker room told me that, his uncle said he gonna beat you up.
Oh, wow. So the kids are talking about it.
I'm like, hey, you disrespectful because I took it as you told this kid to go tell my son. Why would you do that? You don't get no kids involved. That let me know his mentality. Okay, now you saying F me and you put my kids in this. So at that day, I started running that day. I'm like, I'm fighting.
You decided, let's do it. Because now the kids are looking up to both of you.
Yeah, well, my son told me he didn't want me to fight because he didn't want to get like that. And I'm like, nah, everything is controlled. Mm-hmm. And
it's going to be a professional environment.
I'm a businessman, so it's kind of like, I was already out of shape. I was like, man, this is something that's gonna get back in shape, and he's gonna get on his ass real fast, and you know, emotionally, I was kind of like, I've been doing this for 24 years, and to abruptly just stop for 5 years, I've been kind of lost in the sauce and not knowing what I was gonna do. So,
and that's something that you always love to do.
Love it. I love punching another man in his face, legally. So,
Right. Okay, so my next question, Kurt, would you say that you two can be friends after this? And I'm going to ask you that. Or I already asked you that, but would you say y'all can be friends after the fight happens and everything is done fairly?
I don't really. I mean, friends ain't. I mean,
or would okay? Maybe I shouldn't say friends, but let's say go back to how they used to be.
It probably never will. You know.
Why do you say that?
But this is the reason why, though. Because
if you lose this fight, before you answer that question, will you be okay with losing fairly?
I tell you this, and I swear on everything I love. If this man beat me, I will respect him 1,000,000 times more than anything, because it's just almost, to me, in my mind, it's just no way. It's no way in the world you can beat me. But if you beat me,
I like that confidence. Okay.
No. Listen, if you beat me, you
it's just
deserve
because you have
it.
years. Yeah.
You deserve it. My knowledge alone, you was there. Come on, man. If you beat me, you deserve it. And I will be man enough to shake your hand, because when I beat you, I'm still gonna shake your hand. And it's up to him if he wanna still be cool, because I'ma still be me.
Right.
The barber, or I'ma still be me.
So you're
See,
saying,
a lot of people wanna be you,
right?
but a lot of people wanna be me.
So you're saying you made me lose my train. Okay, I got that. So you're saying you would be okay with being back to normal after the fight. It wouldn't matter to you.
I'm gonna be okay with anything, because
So the question, it will mostly be up to him.
I just want to punch him in his face.
Okay, got it.
He's afraid, man.
Do you think you will win this fight? If so, why? I think you told us a little bit because you do have history and this is second nature to you. But if you could elaborate a little bit more, and you can keep it brief, but do you think you're going to win this fight?
There's no way I lose.
Got it.
I mean, I've done this equation in my mind 1,000,000 times. It's no way I lose.
Got it. Okay.
And I believe it.
And so, Dequint, do you think that you're going to win this fight?
The key thing that I'm going to do to win this fight is punch him in his face. I'm going to punch him in his face and keep punching him in his face until they say time. He's an aggressive person. He swing a lot. I'm a defensive counter fighter. I'm not scared of him. Only way it works for him is when you're intimidated by him, and I'm not scared of this man. I'm scared of no man. So he can downplay me or whatever, how it is, but I've been his sparring partner this whole journey of his professional career of this, 15 and 2, 3, whatever it is. I've been a punching bag, punching dummy, or assistant. I don't even know what he would consider it. But from those hard times and stuff, I learned a lot and see a lot. And I don't see this old dog learning no new tricks. He's very athletic. He's very aggressive, and I respect his punching power, but it's nothing I haven't faced before.
You can. We're gonna get to that. You can ask each other in a bit. Almost done.
Definitely think I can win.
1 second. Okay, so so as we kind of wrap this up, what do you guys have any
You
last
really think
words
you fucking with me?
for each other?
You really think you fucking with me?
Let's start with you first.
You really think you fucking with me? Years of sparring me, not no other nigga. And anybody gonna get on your ass, I'll say it again, it's gonna be me. And if you don't think I can, I respect that. But if anybody gonna do it to you, it's gonna be me. It gotta be me.
Dequint,
It's gonna be me.
Dequint, listen.
Yes, sir.
You can't ask the question, not respect the answer.
I say yes, sir. I'm done. That was the first question.
Dequint,
What do you have to say, Kurt?
you were so used to losing to me.
Mm-hmm.
You're allergic to winning against me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in your mind because you're so emotionally tied to this fight. You think this is a real thing. This is play.
Outside of the fight, all I need to do is put my fist across your face, and then everything that come after that is cool.
We could have settled that then.
Nah, but why? Why you
When
didn't
I
give
came
me?
to your house,
but you didn't
like-
square up with me evenly though. Like you didn't give me a fair chance to be like, you know what? Let's duke it out.
So when I came back to your house and you said, no, look at this.
No, because at that point, that's why I can't do that.
Fight for the house. You want this fight. What does that fight do to me?
Well, you don't lose nothing.
But what does it do for me?
I think Austin want to see that lucky bag. I think Austin want to see it, just like I want to see it. If you got it,
Nobody said they wanted to see
everybody
this.
want to see it. That's why everybody talking about it.
I think they do want to see you. I think they want to see you.
Is this not one of the biggest fights fighting me ever? Tell
Are
the
you
truth.
serious?
Tell the truth. Be honest.
Dequint,
Be honest.
you got 3 fucking
That don't matter.
fights.
How many fights do I got in the streets? How many families and legacies?
Dequint, when was the last time you fought on the streets?
I took it off ankle monitor last year.
What does that mean?
I just, it don't matter though. I'm active.
Dequint,
I punch people.
do you still smoke?
Why does it matter?
Because you're not taking it serious.
Because my habits don't got nothing to do with my fighting capabilities, my boy.
I said this then, and I'll say it again. I know all your bad habits. I know you still smoking.
I know yours too, though. You overly aggressive. You lead with your head. You lack defense now. You're not the old Lucky. You depend on too much power.
Please come show up.
I'm gonna be there.
And I heard a little birdie told me
Say it.
that you weak downstairs.
It don't matter. Get it there.
Well, and we're going to leave it on that note. Okay, so again, tune in October 21st, Austin, Texas. And the location is, what's it called?
It's going to be at Givens.
Givens, okay.
His
So
backyard.
be there. Like I said, I will attach all the links to the bottom of the screen. Before you two leave, tell everybody where's the best place to follow you so they can keep up with your socials, watch the fight.
Instagram, Kurtiss Colvin, all one word, KURTISSCOLVIN.
Like I said, I will attach all of Kurt's information at the bottom of the screen. And what about you?
I'm Young and BU. I'm Young and BU. I am YOUGINBEYOU. You can just type in Next Gang 2400. You can just type in BU 512. You can just type in Austin, Texas, and I'm going to pop up because I'm just that influential.
Got it. Okay. So also, for people who are not in Austin, would they be able to, is there a link that...
What about in life?
What have you done in life?
I'm surviving.
Oh, good job. You put your drawers on today.
So what?
What is it?
Some niggas don't got drawers.
So we're going to wrap this up. I appreciate you both for being here. This has been an amazing interview. Also, is there going to be, like I said, a link for people who are out of town, like myself, to watch it who are not able to make it to Austin?
Yeah, he doing all that.
We're setting up, basically, we in the terms of negotiating with 2 different streaming services to see who
We need more money.
we all need money. You got all the money.
No tickets. Don't talk about
My name selling the tickets. Your name selling the tickets. Don't speak on my name.
As well as Instagram.
You ain't sold no damn tickets.
How many tickets I have sold?
Okay.
You don't know.
You still got ringside.
So tune in. As you can see, it's going to be a good match. And thank you both for being here. That wraps it up for Daisha Breedlove Presents. And I will see you next week.
You ugly.
I need some more. Hit up the plug, Kevin Durant. I'm tryna score. Just like Ace Boogie, I go show my face and I gotta